Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa and this is Beautiful You Wig Reviews. I'm so glad that you're here today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell and then you'll never miss any of my wig related videos. I'm bringing you a review today for PinkyPromise.com. Go to the Pinky Promise website and sign up to receive their emails and you will get a code for 30% off. You can also email support@PinkyPromise.com if you ever have any wig related questions. So today I'm bringing you a review for this very pretty style. This is by Wigs USA for their WigPro collection. This is Joy, and the color on Joy is 2780 R8. I'll have more on her in just a moment. All right, let's jump in and we will start talking about Joy by WigPro. So Joy is a very, very pretty, wavy, just past the shoulders in length style. Her curls are very, very pretty. Her fibers feel, this is regular synthetic, it's not heat friendly. The fibers are soft, a little bit shiny perhaps. You know, sometimes with the blondes, they are a little shiny. So, you know, she might need a little bit of dry shampoo, but we'll look at her more, you know, outside and see what we think about the sheen when we get out there. So very, very pretty, pretty style. And Pinky Promise has a coupon code for all WigPro styles, excuse me. WigPro 30 is that coupon code. So if you go to Pinky Promise and purchase a WigPro wig, make sure it's right there on the page when you're picking your wig. She's got it on every single style, so it's hard to miss. But just in case, I want to remind you, WigPro 30 is that code. So very, very pretty style. I will do a 360 so we can look at her all the way around, and then we'll talk about all her specs. So here she is from the front. This is my left side. The back. My right. And back to the front. Okay, so these curls, I didn't really comb through them too much. I have been wearing this, you know, I posted that unboxing video and Joy was one of the ones that I did in the unboxing. And so, you know, I did make sure I have her zigzag out fairly well. It's still a little tight in a few places, but so I can show you that part and everything. But I will say, I had mentioned that the lace is a little thick and it is just slightly scratchy. So I don't know if that's something. Normally what I do, excuse me, with lace fronts anyway, is I tape them down. And when you put a little bit of tape there, or if you wear a wig grip, if you do find the lace to be a little bit itchy, I will find that that wig tape just creates a tiny little barrier so that lace isn't just laying on my skin, so that itchiness isn't really much of a problem. This certainly isn't the only brand I've ever had itchiness with lace with, so it's not an uncommon problem or anything, but I did want to point it out because I had mentioned, you know, that I had felt the thickness and a little bit roughness to this lace whenever I did the unboxing. So anyway, so she is, as I said, a lace front. The knots on this one are kind of big. I feel like they're a little more obvious. This is a dark root, you know, not super dark, medium brown root, R8, like an ash brown root. But, you know, the knots, I definitely can see the knots when I get up this close. So don't be super alarmed by that. Nobody is up this close, except maybe the dentist, and they're not going to say anything. So, you know, but I do want to point out that I do see, you know, that those knots are a little bit larger, so that makes them a little bit more obvious, but they're not terrible. There is a little bit longer lace right here. The lace is pretty much right to the hairline here, and then it gets a little wider here. So that's something I would probably trim that back to the hairline, customize my hairline just a little bit. And like I said, I would tape down my lace front because I always do. I'll show you the ear tabs. Ear tabs look nice. I feel like I've got good coverage. I also feel like, you know, there's a good amount of hair on those, you know, for pulling her off the face. So that's nice. These caps are meant to fit petite to average, so I definitely have a good fit from this cap, you know, a little bit petite, but not super petite. I definitely think average and just above average should fit just fine. We'll check the stretchiness when I pull it off, but let me give you her measurements. Measurement-wise, she has a small, let's see if I can get it on this side, a little bit of a bang layer, 5 to 6 inches, and then overall, she is 15 to 16 inches. Weight-wise, she is 4 ounces. So I will pop her off and we can look at her interior cap. Joy's interior cap. Okay, so here's that lace front. Now the lace has a little bit of a shiny appearance on camera on the underside. It doesn't look real shiny to me when I look at it with my eye, but there, you know, you can see the little iridescence being picked up there in the light. That does not seem to show on the outside of the cap, so don't be worried about that. She's got a full mono top with that lace front. There's a poly strip across here. I'm not noticing that it's showing, but we will double check that. She has soft felt ear tabs with a good sized piece of metal. That metal actually goes all the way from here to here, so very large piece of metal in there actually. And a lot of hair, like I said, for off the face styling. She's open wefted all through her cap. She has an extended felt nape. She has Velcro adjusters. Yeah, I'm not seeing that poly strip, which is nice. Like I said, every time I take this off, the zigzag wants to come back. So, but there's that part. All right, so I've got her back on and I don't see, I mean, you can maybe just barely see that poly strip, but it's not bad at all. So another thing I meant to mention earlier, I want to make sure I first say this, is that if your lace is a little bit itchy, a wig cap does wonders for that. You know, that lace is still laying on my forehead a little bit, but with that wig cap covering, you know, the rest of my head and a little bit of tape there, I don't think this is going to be an issue. And honestly, I've noticed that the longer I wear it, I'm not really noticing, you know, roughness to the lace or whatever. But some people I know are very sensitive to lace. So that's why I want to mention it, because I want you to know if you are sensitive, you have a sensitive scalp, sensitive skin, some people actually break out from it, you know, just be aware that I am feeling a little bit of texture, you know, with this lace. So anyway, all right, so let's cover this color, 2780 R8. I always want to put the 8 first, so sorry about that. All right, so 2780 R8 is described as a strawberry blonde blended with palest neutral blonde with a medium ash brown root. I don't see a strawberry blonde personally. Maybe it will show up when we go out in the sunlight, but I've got pretty bright light on here and I feel like a strawberry blonde would pop out. So it must be blended enough to the point that it's like not visible. I don't know. We'll see when we go outside. But when I look at the wig, strawberry blonde doesn't jump out to me. I see like a platinum blonde and a more of like a neutral blonde, a little bit gold. I feel like this is a pretty neutral color, so very pretty. And then of course you've got that rooting. So the rooting is nice. The rooting's done well with a blonde. I think it truly looks like, you know, someone who has a lot of highlights or has some blonde, you know, coloring, but still has some roots. And for me, with me having, you know, darker bio hair, it works better with just the ring light. No strawberry blonde that I can see here. I mean, what I envision is a strawberry blonde, you know, an auburny blonde. I don't see any auburn in this, so. Okay, so here is this Joy wig in the 2780 R8. Under my patio cover, and again, I don't see strawberry blonde. Forgive me, but I just don't see that. Here's the lace front. Mono top with the part. Okay, the sun's pretty bright today, so I wanted to be out, you know, in natural light, but in shade. So otherwise it's just gonna glare. So, very pretty. Okay, let's look at some styling for Joy. So she's very pretty. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of things we can do. She is ear tuckable, which I like. Her waves, even though, you know, she's wavy and everything. I would consider her to be pretty low density. I'm not feeling permatease in her. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, there's a little back here that's right where the hair is attached to the cap, but it's not bad. So kind of back here. It's also, I think, part of just curl that I'm feeling, but just to note that. So, all right, so glasses, no problem. Go up on my head, no problem. So those should be easy for you. Headband. This looks cute with a headband. You could even pull these little bangs down too. It's kind of nice when there's a little bit of shorter hairs, you know, that blends in so that you don't always have to have that hair on your face, but you can pull it out if you want to. That looks really cute. Alrighty. And of course you could just stick that headband in. You know, you can always do that. All right, she works really pretty for a half up, half down. With this length, you know, 15 to 16 inches, you're gonna have, you know, plenty of hair to play with here. So she looks pretty. Again, if I do half up, half down, I would pull out my side layers. Then you can also do a ponytail. She has an extended nape, which is nice. Really pretty ponytail, actually. Make sure my nape is down. So very pretty with those waves. And then of course you could twist her, put her up in an updo. You could braid her. You could pigtail her. You know, there's lots that you can do with all this length and everything. So I think she's a very pretty style. I'm pleased with her. Like I said, the reason I did the unboxing is because I had never seen, you know, any wigs from this brand. So I'm excited to show you this one and show you some more in the future as well. So I want to thank Pinky Promise for providing these wigs to review for you today. There will be purchase information below this video. Don't forget to go to the website and sign up to get that 30% off new subscriber code. And also remember that on WigPro itself, there is a code WigPro30 where you can always save 30% on this particular brand. So thanks so much for watching today. And don't forget, you're absolutely beautiful. Bye.